If you watch my YouTube channel, then you know that I am someone that likes to be prepared for every possible self-defense scenario. I like to think of every likely thing that might go wrong and be ready for it. For example, for defense against vampires, I have my Arsenal Strike 1. Now I have this gun because it is a fast gun. This gun cycles very quickly. It is a very accurate gun, and it's a gun you can shoot rapidly. So when you're fighting vampires, you want to be able to shoot very rapidly, and you want a very accurate and quick gun. So I use my Arsenal Strike 1, plus it's high capacity, so you can get off quite a few shots. And of course, it's loaded up with my cross-shaped Lee High Defense 9mm ammo, because when you're fighting vampires, you need crosses. And why crosses? Well, because garlic bullets stink too much. And for werewolves, I, of course, have my trusty Smith & Wesson 686 357 Magnum. Because when you're fighting werewolves, you want something powerful, you want something accurate, you want something easy to use. And like any sane person, I have my werewolf gun loaded up with sterling silver-plated 357 Magnum ammo from Coonan. Because when you're protecting your testicles from werewolves, you definitely want sterling silver-plated ammo. And of course, for zombies, I have my trusty Ruger 1022. Now this is a Ruger 1022 takedown, so it's easy to break down into two easy to carry pieces. And I've also got it fitted with Ruger 25 round magazine so I can pop more zombie heads without having to reload. And like I said, this gun does have the Tactical Solutions shortened barrel that is suppressor ready. So I don't make too much noise and attract too many biters when I'm defending myself against the zombie hordes. Now, one thing you might find surprising is that a lot of people ridicule me or make fun of me for being prepared for werewolves, vampires, and zombies. And I always wondered, why is that? Why do people make fun of you for being prepared? And I think I've determined what it is. I think people think that when you prepare for things like this, you're not preparing for the greater threats, the more realistic threats, or the more likely threats, like chipmunks. And I'm not just talking any chipmunks, I'm talking evil chipmunks. But that couldn't be further from the truth. Believe me, I am well aware of the chipmunk menace. I have been worried about this for many, many years, and I have prepared for it. Now, there's two things you're going to want from your self-defense firearm when you're attacked by one of Satan's little nut munchers. One is you're going to want it to be an appropriate caliber for chipmunks. And two, you're going to want it to be a gun that you can shoot accurately and quickly, a gun that's easy to use. You're going to want to be able to get that shot off quickly, and you're going to want it to be accurate because you're only going to get one shot before that little monster's on your nutsack. And knowing these things, that my gun needs to be easy to use, accurate, and of an appropriate caliber, knowing this, that's why I went out and bought this. Oh wait, let me zoom this out just a little bit here. There, that's better. This is my North American Arms Sidewinder. This is a little 22 Magnum revolver. Anyone that's familiar with the mini revolvers from North American Arms knows they are quite the little novelty. They're quite the awesome little gun. They come in anything from 22 long rifle up to 22 Magnum, and they are tiny. As you can see, it literally does just fit right in the palm of your hand. Now, one thing that makes the Sidewinder a little different than most NAA little mini revolvers is it does have a swing out or tilt out cylinder. You just cock the hammer back one little click here, pull on the cylinder release, and it swings free. And you load it just like you would any other revolver. On other NAAs, you have to actually remove the cylinder, like many single action guns, to load it. As you can see there, it does hold 5 rounds of 22 Magnum. So that's 5 rounds of single action 22 Magnum ammunition at your disposal. Now, a lot of people right now are saying, is that gun really reliable enough and accurate enough to take down an evil chipmunk? God, no, it's not. This isn't the gun I actually would shoot the chipmunk with. This is a throwdown. When one of those little hairy death machines come at you, you're going to want a reason for shooting them. You're going to want to have a jury on your side because let's face it, because of the whole Chip and Dale propaganda, they have most people on their side. So when one of these little 4-ounce furry balls of hell fury finally come for you, after you take them out, you stick this in their little paw, get some paw prints on it, throw it next to the body, and boom, get out of jail free card, automatic justifiable shoot. But like I said, this isn't the gun for taking them out. The gun for taking them out that I bought is this. A 44 Magnum Ruger Bisley Blackhawk. This gun is perfect for killing evil chipmunks. The gun is, of course, single action, which gives you a short, accurate trigger so that you can actually hit those little tiny tree-hugging terrors. And the 44 Magnum caliber will more than take the fight out of them. If you just get a good solid hit on them, they're done for. Now, a lot of people will say that it's not a good gun because of the low capacity. It only holds 6 rounds of 44 Magnum, and because it's slow to load. You load single actions through a gate. But you know, that little gate load ain't going to matter, because like I said before, you're only going to get one shot. Before you could even drop the magazine out of a Glock, those little monsters are going to strip you to nothing but bones. So when you're defending yourself against these little half-pint hellspawn, there's nothing that can beat a good single-action revolver. It's a good adequate caliber, it's a good reliable design, and that light single-action trigger makes it a very accurate gun. And like I already said, you're only going to get one round off, so this gun gives you the best chance of making that one round count. So there you have it. There's my defensive plan against evil chipmunks. A good high caliber, accurate, reliable, single action revolver, and a good throwdown. You ain't even my real dad. For example, for defense against vampires, I have, what is this fucking thing called? And of course for zombies, I have my trusty Ruger 1022. It's rattling around. And of course for zombies, I have my Tusty. Now this is a 1022 takedown, and it does have a shortened barrel from who the fuck makes this goddamn barrel? Tactical fucking Solutions. I should learn this shit before I do a video.